everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with my February TBR. This is going to be such a fun month for reading and readathons. Not only do we have Febregency, which I am co-hosting with Emma from the Bookish Princess, Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space, and Tristan from Tristan and the Classics, but I am also participating in the We Love Jenny readathon, which was created by Christy Lewis and Tiffany from A Beautiful Minutia to celebrate the life of Jennifer Brooks and the literature that she loved. It's kind of bittersweet. I was not super close with Jenny, but we were friends, and I remember we really bonded during the first Febregency. She was one of the original hosts, and we had a poetry salon, and we really bonded over our love of romantic poets, just talking about Wordsworth and Byron and Shelley and how much they meant to us. Or my favorite English professor also loved the romantic poets, and he is also no longer with us anymore. So it's been really bittersweet reading through some of those poems and thinking of Jenny and my professor, Dr. Yoder. And especially because with Dr. Yoder, we went on a study abroad program for a couple weeks to the Lake District to follow in Wordsworth's footsteps. So that was really fun to talk to Jenny about as well, and just talk about romantic poets. So it's going to be a really good reading month. I'm excited to see what everyone is going to pick for the We Love Jenny readathon, as well as Febregency. So let's just jump in. First thing, I would like to read some romantic poetry, preferably Wordsworth. I have a collection of a lot of his poems, and I would like to revisit some of them that have really fond memories for me, like Michael. I remember reading that out loud with my study abroad group and everybody just crying because it was so beautiful. Just revisiting memories like that through those works, I think will just be beautiful. If I can get to it, I would like to read the group read for the We Love Jenny readathon, which is The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. I think it's about Mary Shelley, and it was one of her favorite reads of 2023. So if I can get it on audio, I really would like to read it. And it is also available on Kindle Unlimited. So if I can fit it in, I would really like to do that. Next is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, which will be my first T. Kingfisher. I'm very excited. So that is for the We Love Jenny readathon as well. She was a huge T. Kingfisher fan, and I'll be buddy reading that with my friend Tiffany from A Beautiful Minutia. So it's very exciting. And we also plan on reading The Fall of the House of Usher, because I think that's what Moves the Dead is based on, if I remember right. I also have the group read for Febregency, which is Belinda by Mariah Edgeworth. This just sounds so much fun. I love this cover, and I just love the blurb on the back. It is singular that my having spent a winter with one of the most dissipated women in England should have sobered my mind so completely. And it's supposed to be a provocative tale of social and domestic life among the English aristocracy and gentry. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm anticipating some snark and some sass, and I am really excited to read this, and we're going to discuss it with Emma, I think on February 25th, noon Eastern time. So I'll leave the details down below, and if you want to join us for the discussion, you can just email Emma, and I'll leave her email address down below as well. Next, I need to continue and finish The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is book number 1 in the Stormlight Archives, and this is for the Great Cosmere Long that I am co-hosting with Roger, Jesse, and Angela. I'm about 100 pages in. I've actually kind of not really annotated, but I've been like tabbing it, which has been really fun. That probably won't last, because once this gets to a certain point, I'm really gonna want to read it, like blow through it. But it has been really nice being back in Rochar, and I'm remembering a lot of things I forgot. So this has just been a really good time. I'm back with Kaladin and Shalon, and it's really good. I'm also going to read The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is for Tiffany's Patreon book club. We're reading the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so I'm very excited. The last few times I've read the trilogy, this one's been my favorite, and the movie is my favorite out of the three. So I'm interested to see what I think of it this time around. I'm also going to read The Deep Sky, and I cannot think of the author's name. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to put a picture of it up. This is for Angela's Patreon. It's supposed to be sci-fi, and it sounds like it's set in space, so it sounds like it's going to be a really good time. And we're also, with Angela's Patreon, they read a short story collection every quarter, I think. So this time it's Never Whistle at Night, which is an Indigenous dark fiction anthology edited by Shane Hawk and Theodore C. Van Alst Jr. with an introduction by Stephen Graham Jones. Number one, this cover is insanely gorgeous. Insanely gorgeous. So I'm very excited. It's been a minute since I've read a short story collection. The last one I read was New Suns, which was really good. So I'm interested to read some Indigenous short stories, and I think it's going to be a really good time. I need to finish Barchester Towers by Anthony Trollope. I've got like 120-ish pages left. Life just got away from me in January and I didn't finish it. But I need to finish this so that I can read Dr. Thorne with Penny and Tiffany. I am very excited about it. Dr. Thorne is supposed to be fan-freaking-tastic. So I really need to get on that so I can get to Dr. Thorne. Next is the Vicar of Wakefield. I think that's by Oliver Goldsmith. That could be totally wrong. But I'm buddy reading that with my friend Dia from Novel Idea. She is such a great person to buddy read with. She really keeps me on track, and I love hearing her thoughts as she reads. And the Vicar of Wakefield, for some reason I was thinking it was like 700 pages. It's not. I think it's like 200 or 300, and I think it's going to be a really good time. Christy Lewis read it a while back and absolutely loved it, so that's what got it on my radar. So I'm very excited for that one. Continuing on in my Eliot era / group read, we are reading Daniel Deronda. I'm very excited about this one. I have watched the miniseries with Romola Garai, and I really loved it. So I kind of know what happens, but I'm really excited to read the source material. We are about 50 pages in so far. We're reading 2 chapters a day, which is our norm. So I won't finish this, I think, until the first week of March, maybe second week of March. But I just love George Eliot's writing. Her prose is just stunning, and I just love what she can convey with such a short amount of words. I think it's going to be so good. And this is a fan favorite, so I'm really hoping it lives up to the hype. I also need to continue with Dombey and Son. I have 240-ish pages left. I'm so close, and I am really enjoying it. I just had other reads I had to prioritize more in January, so I'm not going to force myself to finish this month. If I can, that would be fabulous, but if I can't, I will just keep slowly plugging away at it and just enjoy my time with Dickens. And I also am continuing on with Clarissa by Samuel Richardson. That was my punishment from losing the blindfold book cover challenge last year. And it's an epistolary novel, so each letter has a date. So I'm reading the letter on the date. So I read a few in January, and the next letter is February 20th. And I think there's only 2 letters in February. So I'm interested to see how much I remember, since it will have been a month. But so far, I'm liking it. There's some drama going on. There's some gossip. There's a character that I think is going to be the villain, but we're not quite sure yet. So it's going to be a good time. And finally, as if I didn't have enough to read, again, with my freaking depression, I decided that I've really been craving this, especially since I finished the series in December. I wanted to start The Realm of the Elderlings over. So I've been reading Assassin's Apprentice, which I have been reading out of my illustrated edition, and it's so nice. I love it so much. Yeah, so the artwork in here is just stunning. It's been really interesting now that I've read the 16-book series, coming back to the first book and seeing how early she started weaving the plot threads and meeting Fitz for the first time as a 5-year-old. I'm just really, really excited. Some of the characters I haven't even gotten to yet, and I'm excited to be back with them. And I've already cried once, and I'm only up to chapter 5. But it's been like a cathartic cry. There's something about when you're depressed, it's cathartic to like read or listen to or engage with some sad content. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like if you know, you know. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm not rushing it. I've just been reading like a chapter a day here and there. Just really, really enjoying being back in this world. So that is my incredibly ambitious, way too long February TBR. Are you participating in any of these readathons or reading any of these books? If so, please let me know down below. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really good reading month. It will be so nice to remember the people who are not here anymore and honor their memory with what we're reading, and just really enjoy some good Regency literature and some diverse reading, and it's going to be a good time. So what is the one book you're excited to read in February? Let me know down below. If you'd like to leave an emoji, leave some kind of like stag, deer, elk emoji down below. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.